have loved to laugh at some of the ridiculous things that I'm sure people believe that Christians do or see us do and think it's completely ridiculous. I think that would have been way more fun. I think it would have been way more impactful. I don't know how much research she did on Christianity or any lane of Christianity. I think even if she would have reached out to a few people, one of the biggest critiques people have of us is that we're always talking about and sharing about Jesus. I'm sure they would have come into my home and see how I live. She would have just had some true real life research when it comes to conservative moms or stay-at-home moms or moms who want to live a more traditional lifestyle or homesteader life. I wasn't quite sure which lane she wanted to go in because not all Christian moms want to be homesteaders. Not all homesteaders are even Christians. I just wasn't sure what lane she was in. And it just brought up a deeper conversation in my mind of who do we actually visualize when we say traditional moms? What does that actually mean? Some could say my mom was a traditional mom. She was a stay-at-home mom when my sister and I were younger. She made our baby food. We had cloth diapers. She even opened up a legit stay-at-home daycare so that she could be at home for longer with us. Is she defined as a traditional mom? When you think of that, do you visualize someone like that? Or do you visualize the extremist that is Natalie in this book? Christian nationalist. We almost want to say a nationalist Christian because that was their first title in this book, their extremist national views. It just brings up deeper conversations. When I did some research into the author, I can't remember if it was on her Instagram or on her website, but she calls herself a feminist. That just brings up more questions in my mind of why did you choose this topic to do a satire about? Is there not deeper topics that a feminist might want to bring attention to or would be even more impactful and make us think more about how do we define womanhood in a worldly view here in the United States? If you're calling yourself a feminist, do you not recognize the rights of every woman in the way that she decides to live her life? If a woman wants to be a stay-at-home mom, good for her. If a woman wants to go out and work and have children at the same time, good for her. We should really be noodling on and why we're wasting our time on things like that, on how people decide to live their personal lives. There's just bigger things to think about and bigger topics to talk about. And so I was entertained. So I did give this a 3 stars. You can read more about that